early on?
I think Timber could really suffer. I'm going to be watching bottom lane a lot because IO enables the Ursa to really be able to push the issue versus that Timbersaw. I don't know how this mid matchup goes. I don't think I've had to see Clinkz versus Ember. Clinkz does pretty good versus a lot of melee matchups because you literally just hit them.
Yeah, I feel Clinkz, yeah, I think Clinkz is going to do fine here.
Yeah, that's a pretty good lane for him.
That's a lot of damage.
He's gonna have to, yeah, Nisha's going to have to spend a lot of money on regen. So maybe he's going to be able to get these last hits, but he's going to have to spend that extra gold himself topped off. And yet, it's eyes on Saksa. He's just going to pull the waves. Okay, so that's going to be the solution rather than having to deal with laning to manipulate it. And Puppey, he's going to just follow him. He's got the tether on the creep. He's just going to hit him the whole way. And I think they were prepared for this to happen. You know, they have that ward already placed down early on from Puppey on the high ground, so they can just follow Saksa, keep tabs of him the whole time, and just keep hitting him with that creep.
Doing quite a bit of damage. With that, Seb coming across, trying to stop Puppey from going any further, but they're over to Matu. He's going to be able to keep himself fine. And then what in that top lane? Is this a difficult one for midone to farm into?
They should be able to clean up some Eidolons, but yeah, I think he's going to get slowed down a decent amount just because it's Enigma. You know, Enigma's always going to get those free denies off, and if Zai is careful, he should be able to protect the Eidolons, especially at this early level. No tell, he doesn't have Splinter Blast. Once he starts getting Splinter Blast points, they can look to clean up those Eidolons, but first few levels, midone will win.
I'm sort of looking at this top lane, talking about Zai on the Enigma. Does this sort of strike you as a pretty solid Enigma game?
Yeah, looks really good. Very strong versus Timbersaw always. Like it a lot versus Wyvern pretty much at all stages in the game too. They both kind of counteract each other a lot, so I do like it. And just a super strong hero right now is Nisha is just taking an absolute beating in the mid lane. So he's like we said, he's got 13 last hits, he's holding his own, but yeah, he's gonna have to spend a little extra on that. Regen bottles here, might have to bring extra. And I'm looking at OG, look at how many sentries they brought to this top lane. 3 sentries to be able to protect the Weaver and just to protect maybe these like camps so they can try to get some pulls because YapzOr is being a nuisance. He's always just gonna walk over, block the small camp, block the pull side. Now no tail.
I'm getting a little low here on the mid lane. Saksa did try for Nisha, but Nisha able to hold him back with the chains.
The reason we don't see Wyvern too often is how weak he really can be in that laning aspect. As every time your Arctic Burn is used, you're just a liability. You're just really at risk of dying every time. YapzOr again, still level 1, but the most important thing he has to do in the game is block the pull. Do not let Wyvern reach that position lane. They will be able to get the sentry ward themselves. Now no tail though, in some trouble. YapzOr on him again.
YapzOr pretty much able to walk in aggressively and step out with these boots and windlace. They never really want to waste time chasing him, so he can get a lot of free damage in on the 2 of them.
They're getting pretty low up here, though. Do they have any regen on either? They don't yet on OG. They have a courier coming out with 1 set of tangos, but they are quite low. These Eidolons, it's going to start whittling them down pretty effectively. Midone?
They're about to hit 2 on YapzOr.
Get onto him. Still level 1. He now hits 2. And oh yeah, no tail has to go back to base. So he's running all the way back, and midone, that's gonna leave him pretty sad top.
The 4-minute rune. It's gonna be down bottom. Nisha, he's not gonna be able to pick this one. Like, can he go for the slide play?
Try.
Or
Topson knows he's trying for it.
He tries, but Saksa able to grab that and make sure that Nisha doesn't get
10k game senses. And as the Earth Spirit leaves the bottom lane, Seb was actually doing pretty well down here, but as soon as the Earth Spirit leaves, he starts to get pressured. And an interesting item build from Seb. He's actually got double break. It's kind of rare. I don't see that. Mid. They go for Topson.
Finish him off. They can. They get Nisha out of it though. Saksa off the mark with the roll, but he is able to land the kick.
Ooh. The dream as a support. Your mid laner dies, you TP in and get that experience. Very nice for Saksa. Good rotation from Puppey, something unexpected. You know, the IO making that TP move early on. He did see a nice opportunity for it. And Zai is getting away with it. He's getting this full free farm up top. That's huge. A lot of the times we do see Enigmas. They start to get pushed away, especially when the Tusk does start to leave them, or their secondary support starts to leave them. Zai hasn't happened to him.
No, not at all.
Denying his Eidolons nicely.
And you feel what sort of a big part of the reason why he's able to play this well up top is because that No-Tail can only do so much as a Wyvern in this scenario.
Yeah, it takes you have to hit level 2 for your Splinter Blast to even be online, and you're really just, Arctic Burn is just such a liability spell in the laning phase. Doesn't really do much of anything as they just sustain right through it. The book's almost going to be up there for as they're bringing some even more reveal. Not gonna have to not worrying about relying on sentries this time around for the side of Secret. They're bringing Dust to try to kill the Weaver because OG, as we said, they started with 3 sentries top. Saksa looking for this another rune here. 3 seconds.
Top this time, Nisha. Keep it safe for himself. Not an offensive rune though. Still gonna try for something on Topson. Back up there for Saksa. Quick slide of fist dodge will keep it safe for the roll. The dust is out. Topson. He is gonna get taken down here as Nisha and YapzOr are able to dive in under the tower. Kill. Get some good damage onto Saksa. Full stick though. Nisha. Regen rune going. Saksa. Is he able to cancel it? He is. Breaks the regen.
It's a little bit of a worry though that Topson is dead twice now. He does have the Falcon Blade. He is getting good farm in the mid lane, but you know, the panel did talk about it's very feast or famine for Topson in some games where he's either off to a killer start where he's just assassinating everybody, or he is dying a lot. It already has happened twice now. Gonna have to back up and just resort to jungle as Nisha's having a really good start in mid.
Not for sure. Especially when it comes to CS, stay playing with the regen, it was a little risky, and Seb taken down, can't escape in time with chains.
And Zai's still fine up here. If the catapult wave comes in, he's able to clear that one out quickly with an Eidolon. And Saksa, he's trying to punish this.
They're diving in.
He's able to get away. He's high level.
I mean, they've got the silence. Is there any sort of save for Zai? There's not. Zai goes down. Nisha, can he get anything in return? He's going to turn towards Saksa. The 3 of them running down the Earth Spirit and No-Tail, as No-Tail will try for the TP out. Remnant to jump over to the side, but No-Tail's going to get away. They'll just get Saksa out of this. The rest of OG able to back off in time.
Get away, you.
That was pretty close for them. Not even like if Zai lives another fraction of a second or something, he might be able to turn for Black Hole. That was really scary for us. And good for them that they're able to get away for mid one. Definitely seeing some great lanes coming up from Secret though. So Ursa's getting a free start in the game. Ember's getting a free start, and your Enigma is not getting punished. He did get punished once, but he's already got that book one time. Weaver, he's gonna suffer in the lane a lot, as not level 6 just yet. They don't have a real for him up here though. The dust was used before by Zai, so they don't have another one to look for the kill before he is 6. But with book, I think they could really look to surround and start pressuring top super hard. Nisha, he's got an arcane rune too. He's gonna start making the swing toward top. He sees that it's an Earth Spirit farming mid. Knows Clinkz is just jungling. Seeing opportunities to pressure. There's the book one. No-Tail.
I'm in your debt.
Nisha could pop the arcane. He might want to try and dive for these. Trying to grab No-Tail, starting to bring him down with this slider fist spam. I mean, almost slider fist alone would have just done it. And he's in with the remnants, clears out the trees. There's no escape for the Wyvern. Nisha gets a kill out of him. He's going to look towards mid one.
Topson's here too, so is Saksa.
They can set up on as they go in. On to Zai. Zai gets some heals over from Puppey. Oh, God!
Oh, what?
Oh, no! All right, I mean, it works out. Maybe not. No, they can't get mid one.
No, it doesn't.
It does not work out at all. As Puppey, he is going to die. Mid one will fall. Okay, it works out a little bit.
Not bad.
All right, not bad. But Black Hole instantly put to a stop there by the snowball.
Under attack.
As well,
all right, well, that happens.
But they got 2 kills, you know?
They do.
Oh, we have it.
I think they may have been able to clean that one up without perhaps losing him because of the Black Hole, but either way, mistakes happen. YapzOr, a little bit of a slip up there. Still looking for the next move. He's still looking for No-Tail. He's under the tower, and we get to see that again.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tower with a what?
It did look really weird for a quick second.
Yeah.
It was very, because he was so quick with how he picked him up inside the snowball. It was like instant as he got the Black Hole off, so. All right, bounty rune reset. Seb, he'll be able to likely get the 2 bot. I actually say that. He's only going to get the 1. There's a Necrobook Archer that's going to kill one of the bounties off, I think. Pya! side will be able to clean that one up. So it's a 2-for-1 for Secret. YapzOr is leaving the bounty rune top for Nisha to refill the bottle, I think. What it looks like at the moment. And OG's on the hunt. Topson has to start making some moves with Clinkz, with the Earth Spirit too. They can look to punish Zai.
Saksa able to find the angle, dropping everything to make sure that Zai dies quickly without any time for Secret to come in.
Yeah, I want them to start getting pretty active with Topson. Every time he has like a death pact available, just start swinging around the Earth Spirits. They have good kill potential every time the Earth Spirit is able to set up on one.
It's a little bit of a free kill here each time he's in lane when Nisha or Matu's around.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And midone has to play recovery mode as this Weaver is. He's not had a bad start in the lane by any means, but mid lane. Yep,
the lead in onto Topson. Puppey with the backup.
Damage.
Just running down. I've caught him. Definitely doing a pretty good job of making sure that Topson does not get out of control. 3 deaths now on the Clinkz. They're trying their best to slow his game down. Still second highest in the network, keeping level with MATUMBAMAN. But every time the Secret can kill him, it's definitely going to make that Clinkz a little less scary.
This is a scary moment here for OG. This is now, what, 3 times the Clinkz has died. Weaver mid one, he's trying to catch up and farm. And they have to send all their heroes mid. Timber's still getting some bottom, but Ursa, you know, Matu is the big winner out of all this. He's getting so much more than mid one is. And mid one, he doesn't have an enabler. He at least thankfully has a Royal Jelly for himself, which I guess is kind of a mini enabler, but he doesn't have anything to buff him up from his team, like the Ursa does, who has an IO at the back. Seb bottom. Almost kill him.
Ooh, shot. Grabbing. Seb. He's out.
Did you see YapzOr's build, by the way? Falcon Blade Cut.
There you go. A little bit of mana regen, a little bit of damage, a little bit of HP. I mean, it does it all right. You sort of said it before. It can be seen as a bit of a replacement to the drums.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess he's feeling like he can actually get into the fights and hit, and we did see it just coming into play, right? The overcharge versus the Timbersaw with the tag team. Okay. And Matu, there it is. Battle Fury online, doesn't have any stacks to work with, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna accelerate so much faster than mid one. Don't know how mid one really gets the time to catch back up. I think his team like really has to start causing chaos. They really have to start just making all these moves for the Weaver to get this space. I feel like Secret's just super happy with the way that the game has gone.
No, I think I have to agree. It's just on paper, it just doesn't look easy for the Weaver to carry this game, right?
And the thing is too is they picked double invis, and it is an Enigma who's going Necro 3. So I feel like for them approaching the team fights in these next few moments when Zai has this, it's gonna be impossible for Weaver and Clinkz to get in. Like Topson just has to death pack and just play around that, maybe just eating Necro Book or just somehow clearing it out. I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be really hard for them just fighting into Secret when they do get that 5-man death ball with Necro 3.
I think it's going to be incredibly important that No Tail is able to get some huge Winter's Curses after to sort of diving in. But
What?
Wait, what? Well, we got to get a replay on that. We got what the...
down. He didn't know.
But he just solo killed him. He just died solo to an Ursa Battle Fury. That's all he had. What happened?
Oh God.
Oh.
And now Seb, guys on top of him, they've got to relocate. This is falling apart so quickly for OG.
Oh dear. Oh dearie. Oh dearie me.
And something small to point out, but I do want to point out because I think it's kind of clever what Zai did. With his Necro 2 summon, the Timbersaw was pushing the bottom wave super hard, and he actually cut the wave behind the Timber so that there wasn't actually any momentum coming from that push from Seb. So small little things. And now Book 3's online, so I feel like Clinkz and Weaver, their game, their team fight is just, it's just impossible. They can't walk in, they'll get rooted, and then they'll just die to even just in. So, yeah, this is gonna be a pretty hard 5 to 10 minutes where OG's gonna have to try to endure the pressure that's coming. And he will be able to eat the book, like I said. So Topson, he does eat that melee book with the Death Pact, so at least they have that type of count. Can't die like that though on the Weaver versus Battle Fury. He's gonna farm so much faster than you. He's gonna get that next item up. Nisha. He is deep.
He's got a remnant out though, right?
He does. Hey, he's gone. Lack of control, really the name of the game in this one.
Link done on top of the battle Fury now. Look for the setup mid. They're going to jump in onto Seb. No tail. He's got the curse.
Oh.
Lay it down onto the Tusk. They'll be able to turn, take down YapzOr. Saksa trying to roll in, but he's off the mark here as they split. Saksa's found himself underneath the tower. As Saksa goes down, Topson trying to move in onto Matu, but with the enrage out, he's fine. They've got 4 heroes secret still. They're ready to hold back OG. If OG try to dive any further, they won't. OG to hold off.
I think Topson just has to literally save Death Pact for the entire game. Just every time Necro book is up, just walk up and eat that warrior, as it is available right now. He's sitting on top of the remnant top rune spawn.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The books will pull the creep wave aggro, and there he is. He eats it again.
Well, they're going for Roche. They know there's no Winter's Curse.
Yep.
And that's pretty much the majority of the team fight potential for OG. Right? The curse is very important to really be able to tackle Secret at this moment.
Yeah, Curse and Magnetize down. There's no way that they can effectively fight it.
Let's go.
Yeah, Rush, easy for Matu. And now Blink, Battle Fury, a super enabled Ursa, now has the immortality to be able to dive super hard. And there's no ults. So now Secret, they're going to look to run in.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Matu. Oh, is it on Topson? Whoa. I mean, he's feeling strong, Matu.
He is. He knows the only person who can disable him. It's only the Earth Spirit. So if they see Saksa shows himself top, they're probably like, we can just go time. Like, this Earth Spirit's the only form of control really on their team when there's no curse. Book is summoned up again. It's surrounding. Trying to hold on to the tower.
He's getting his mana taken away. Matu's in.
Is under attack.
Watch him timing with the Yules. Cold embrace him, but Step, he's out of mana. Matu, is he going to be able to stay on top of him? Step, able to find a little bit of burst to get out to the side on the backline. Saksa closes the gap on the Zai, but Puppey's over, keeping Zai safe, takes him over towards the side, gives space for Matu to finish off Saksa whilst they keep Zai alive.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And now the Saksa's dead. They know they can play pretty reckless into this mid lane. No mana for Winter's Curse either on no tail. Now he has to be careful. All right, he gets slight chains there. He might actually go down. As the tower will drop. And mid one, he will at least be able to soak up the pressure, or soak up the space from this pressure. As his team does respond, he's able to at least finish up his next item, get that Yasha done.
Bottom tower is under
Don't know how much
attack.
it's going to help him. It feels like he needs the next item after that S&Y. And I don't know what S&Y is.
Dire's
S&Y.
middle
I guess the
tower
root
is
is something he
under
wants to be able to reduce, but that's not going to reduce black holes. At least it'll make him tanky.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's obviously that very appealing item for pretty much the carry in every game on pretty much every hero. But it's definitely interesting to see how different players prioritize it in their build-up. As we do see some, getting as that second, third item. Some carries, they won't get it until sort of the last slot just to finice off their build.
Dire's top tower
and also it's like sometimes we do see the Manta to be able to address the fact that there is like Malefice to be able to dispel the chains too, but Manta ratios usually doesn't feel great, but Topson is doing the Manta, so does have his benefit in this game.
Alright, Saksa,
stop.
He gets in onto Puppey. Puppey is going to get taken out. They're able to burst the IO. See if Matu wants to jump back in on this. He's thinking about it. He's going to go straight towards No-Tap. Seb, sets him up in the air with the Yules. Matu committing with the enrage, holding his ground. He'll be able to finish up the Wyvern. Saksa rolls in. They've got mid one coming across, but Matu's already picked up the kill over to the side. He's locking down Topson. Behind time for Matu to swing across. Topson will get the kill onto Zai, but he'll fall for it. They've popped the Aegis, but they've lost 4 on OG. Mid one, the only one alive. They catch him with the dust. They're ready for the chase. Nisha, is he going to be able to grab him with the chains? But the mid one's too quick. It's away with the Shikuchi. They try to come hunting for him in the trees with that relocate, but mid one is away. But the 4 heroes dying. Only Zai going down. It's just another smooth fight from Secret.
Such quick fingers from Zai too. He almost dies instantly to the Clinkz. The damage actually from Topson was pretty crazy, but he gets the black hole. Even just a little instance of control allows Matu to get on him. And now Matu, we're talking about a little bit of difficulties for him to stick on these targets, stick on this Weaver and this Clinkz. He's got Basher already after that blink. He is absolutely massive.
Basher's got the bullwhip, so he's ready to chase them down.
Yep. Topson wants to get this next item pretty quick here, the shard. It will be able to help out a lot, especially in those instances versus the Enigma. He would have had the kill. He would have had those 2 little extra guys, and we just have hit 20. We'll be able to get that one next. Nisha.
The silence. Fair bit of damage, but again, Puppey's around to help out, and now they'll turn. And the Malamute on Saksa. Matu's just straight over the back lines. Tears down No Tail. They bring down Saksa. It's 19-8. 6k lead for Secret. As this game definitely looking to go the same direction as the first. As Secret, they are completely in charge right now.
This Ursa is just out of control. Like, even Stab, he can't stand your towers now. He has to just immediately run away, and that's a tier 2 that they're gonna have to just sacrifice. Mid one, he's just gonna have to push out bottom as hard as possible. They're just gonna have to watch this die. Topson can do nothing about it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
With the flip on side now. Bottom lane mid one.
Radiant's
go for
bottom
Nisha.
tower is under attack.
He's got a remnant.
Can't do this alone, and in fact, Nisha's able to punch back just as hard.
Yeah. YapzOr's on the hunt too. They actually saw him though. Saksa did ping out the fact that YapzOr was swinging over. Should be okay. Say that, but YapzOr's trying for him anyway. Saksa is behind.
He's on his own here, yeah.
He's like, I've got the Falcon Blade, I've got the damage.
Just trying to instill fear into them. He has got the backup of the relocate coming in. Saksa, he's trying to move it onto YapzOr, but Puppey's brought Nisha over. They'll get the magnetize off, but Saksa's gone. Mid-one trying to find Puppey able to help at the back of the Topson. They do get the IO. Nisha's having to deal with the 4 of them, but he's able to break out with the remnant jump. Matu watching from the side, he's looking for No Tail. No Tail immediately with Hotspot. Look for the back, he's there. On to Topson. Topson goes down. Step will fall as well. No Tail's also going to die. He drops the curse. Probably not the only curse that he's dropping right now, as this game's looking rough. OG, they've lost 5. And Matu just continues to clean up. 10-0-5. BKB is surely going to be on the way out.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Those
attack.
OG, they connected really quick too, but Secret, they showed up with their own force. YapzOr somehow survives during all of it, and Matu and Nisha they literally just kill everybody. Nisha just uncontrolled in the fight. Matu as well. He's always picking and choosing his targets. Sits back, waits for the Wyvern. Cold Embrace came out like literally instant to protect him, but he just moves to the next target. The Clinkz gets back. Instantly killed.
Lead just continuing to grow for Secret.
Look at poor Topson. He just gets bashed and just gets completely eviscerated. And Nisha just swinging in and out. He just gets in and out of the fights as Matu's able to hold its ground. And now it's an 11k advantage.
Matu, he's
Oh, and poor mid one.
Oh no. Is he gonna be alright? Has he got any way out of this? He's got the time with the bash! Oh, he gets bashed! He did press the ult and he got bashed. I guess he wouldn't have had the chance anyway with the animation, but still, that's mid one down for 40 seconds. Another kill added to the list here for MATUMBAMAN.
This game is way too out of hand. This Ursa is just... He's just too big of a beast. The Clinkz and the Weaver, they've met their match. The Bear with the Basher, it's too much now.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Zion, YapzOr already smoking up, seeing if they can find some action out in the map whilst Matu pushes
They've got the reload. So they can always, if he gets a catch with the tag team with a punch, with a walrus punch, they will always have the follow-up reload, the relocates, and Topson, he knows exactly where he is. Right on him.
They found Topson. Saksa next to him, so he's going to jump and drop the black all onto the 2 of them. It's just 2 more easy kills here for Secret. It just doesn't stop her in this game. 28 kills here at 23 minutes in.
They just know exactly where OG is. Look, they're even pinging right now. Matu to go protect him because of the relocate.
Matu's going to move it on to Seb. Puppey swooping out. The curse is going to be dropped to cancel the TP. Puppey will fall. Matu with the BKB commits onto No Tail. He'll get one. He's turning towards mid-one. Mid-one. He's got to hope that he doesn't get bashed here. He's going to get bashed. He gets the time lapse up, put it straight into the snowball. Dust is out with the Shikuchi mid-one. He's hiding. Matu's ready to chase. Are there any more bashes here? From Matu, he's going to be able to blink if he wants to chase. He certainly does. He wants mid-one. Mid-one should be fine, though. Shikuchi, again, able to save him, as this time, mid-one will get out alive.
Get out alive, but lose their Wyvern and just continue to have no control of the map whatsoever. Secret, just swing from lane to lane, getting kill after kill after kill. Nisha now almost has a full Aghanim's. They're trying to set up for him up top. but it has to be Saksa if he's able to get the connection. He is.
And he does.
Get it though.
Finds the opening. Straight away,
He's got
Nisha.
illusion.
He has that illusion rune. It's going to be enough to save him. Remnant's out. They'll use him up. But he's straight over. They're still trying to chase, but now backups here. They do kill Nisha, actually. They're able to get him. But time has been bought for Secret to turn up. Matu's going again straight for Notel. Notel actually got to separate himself this time. Right, they've got the silence out. Matu going to come up. Matu puts the enrage. He's still got the BKB. He's going to pop his tag. He's going to turn one step. Puppey comes in for tether, keeping it below the struggle. Comes up for YapzOr. Matu. He's going to be able to live. He's going to be able to live. He gets out of there. Puppey with the save. They've killed off a fourth. The Saksa goes down. I mean, it's just too much for OG. God. It's too much. They cannot deal with Secret here.
Was he out of stones too? Like, did Saksa kick him because he had no stones left? I think that was the case, right? Because it actually kicked him on the low ground and allowed Puppey to get in range of the tether. That might have saved Matu, I want.
I mean, he was so close to going down.
So
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Every little thing coming into play. They're keeping the bear alive, making sure that Matu's KDA does not get hurt at all.
Yeah, I really think he ran out of stones because he chased super hard to get that hit for kill. He did great connections from Saksa, but yeah, he ended up kicking Matu on the low ground, and maybe it was a save as we see it here. I think he might have died. Yeah, he kicks, but no, he had a stone to function with, so that
he would definitely have been dead.
We saved him.
I guess Matu would still been able to pop BKB and enrage though, right? Because he did have buck. He did have buck, but he was holding them pretty long.
As now they're able to get an Aegis, and they're still in a comfortable spot with OG. If they were able to get maybe some small kills, maybe some potential for them to come back, as now the game really just completely out of hand. Puppey now has a cheese, so all these situations where perhaps they get a big kill, it's gonna get turned around if they are not addressed on Puppey. He's gonna be able to heal them up to full.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
YapzOr already on the hunt, smoking alone because he always has that relocate, and they have the Abyssal on the Ursa, so it's a pretty guaranteed kill if they can get on top of mid one. Notel is in position though for the curse.
BKB on Zai.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So chasing.
They'll find Notel.
They'll get one. Immediately sent back top. Seb, he actually chases out forward. I think it actually scared Secret for a second. They didn't go for him. They see Topson for a second though. Topson does go the right way. So many sentries covering his skin. Nisha. Silence off the mark. And he's able to drop it onto mid one. That's all he needs. That's all he wants. I think we had it.
Oh, he didn't get rolled out. Oh my God, that slight just missed him.
That must have been just off the mark. We won't see him. Saksa will get away.
And there's just, at this point, there's no itemization that the Clinkz and the Weaver can do to protect themselves. There's like, YapzOr's level 18. This Clinkz is level 17.
I mean, YapzOr's going for it in the mid.
He just did.
All right, I mean, he's got the backup. He will die for this, but Matu's been able to get in onto Notel.
To wash your blood from my
Matu get another one out of this. No Saksa rolling away. I mean, he loses his life, YapzOr. As a support for a support there in that situation, and I guess when you're down 15k, it's going to be favorable to OG. It's a little something.
Yep. YapzOr's just being a kind of a psycho, I feel, this game. I think he knows how comfortable in a position they are that he's able to go for those little solo plays, just get Matu in to clean up some kills. Very selfless YapzOr, as it's not usually the case. You know, we're used to seeing YapzOr being more about himself, but he is like 5-2 and 16. Yeah, actually owning this game anyway, so. Zai, he's set up for the next target. Topson was seen up top for a moment. They have ward coverage all around the area too. They actually saw Topson for a second.
Just chilling in OG's triangle. So go for Zai. There's a lot of damage now.
Nice.
Nisha can punish him.
Oh, they saw him.
Oh, they've got backup protection. YapzOr comes in, drops the dust. Topson is at least able to spend up his cash. And he so ready for next time.
Yep. Gets the relocate, they get an extra kill on Puppey, and he does force all of Secret to the far left side of the map. So at least OG is going to be able to get some time to farm on this right side. I say they're going to get time, but look at Matu. He's just a single-man force running into the enemy triangle.
I mean, he really is. He's just running at them alone. He's able to just step up, take down No Tail, and it feels that very little can be done to stop him. They're going to try and turn. He pops the enrage. He's got the back of the YapzOr. If they turn to lock down Saksa, Saksa tries to roll away, but Matu, he's got the bashes, takes down Saksa. Time that's from midone, keeps him alive. Matu is getting rather low. Can they finish him on mid? They can the once. That's the Aegis got, but now the backups in Nisha. Comes through the chains, onto midone, onto Seb. Midone trying to run, but they've got the magical with the shards and the remnants. They take down the Weaver, they take down the Timbersaw. Triple kill for MATUMBAMAN as his game continues to go untouched. 20, 0, and 11. Pretty much got the money for the Swift Blink. He's level 25. It really has been perfect for him.
You know, last game may have been the Topson show with his Ricky. This one is, it's just all the MATUMBAMAN show. He's level 25. And he's just, this is insane. Like 22k now worth of 30 minutes. Yeah, that's... What's the GPM anyway? 733 on Ursa. Like that's pretty damn high.
Dire's structures are fortified.
What can they do about him, OG? For the base defense, but Seb still down for 30. He won out as well for 20. Really not wanting to spend his buyback as, of course, his gold already lacking behind that.
Topson is setting up the defense. He's going to set up more skeletons. Invis again. So they've got 4 up right now, and he is doing decent damage because he has the quiver plus the death hits. So it actually does force Matu back a bit. They don't want to commit into all these skeletons either. Now there's 6 of them down.
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
So they'll give some respect to OG for their defense. Pick up, finish the next few items as bam, Swift Blink done.
No surprise there as well. Another item faster than the patch fastest here from Matu.
Yep. This is the best Ursa game I think I've ever seen, honestly. Ripping them all to shreds with ease as...
I mean, the Topson and midone are looking for action up here. They're going to find Puppey. He's got the Ghost Scepter. He's fine. Matu's actually just going to jump straight in.
No tail.
This is going to go straight in onto No Tail. Look over towards Saksa. Saksa's able to roll away. Matu turns towards midone, but midone gets the time-lapse off in time. They've got the detection out, Tusk in place. They roll straight over towards him. They lock him down.
God.
No chance for midone in another fight.
They're relocating. They're cutting them off. Saksa heads north.
And
Nisha's on his head.
Straight in with the remnants. Can they find him? Saksa. Oh, he's very far away with that cliff movement.
Wow, he like surfed the edge of the map there as the air spirit. That was pretty dope.
Grinded along the cliff.
Yeah. But Matu, he sees another target. He saw Clinkz show himself in the mid lane, so he starts running at him immediately.
Oh, here we go again. Look at the distance covered here. There's no chance of catching this Earth Spirit.
It looked really cool. Like, I know usually we see it. Usually you end up like flying off the map, but the way he lines up, he's like right on the edge and just skirting it. A nice visual thing, but not so much in the game for them as OG still
middle barracks are
just
under
really
attack.
getting bullied here by Secret. Or mid one especially. Never able to do anything in the game. 2, 7, and 5 this week.
One Seb.
Fully addressed. And Seb.
Oh, Matu's just in again. Every time he sees No Tail, he just goes straight away onto the Wyvern. No holding back from Matu. He'll step towards Seb. Seb getting low. The disarm comes to an end. Matu picks up another. He's over towards Topson. He'll take Saksa instead as Saksa presents himself, rolls in. Matu quickly tears him apart.
24-0 12. 322 last hits. My God. Topson, he's setting up the army.
Dire's top tower.
What can Topson and midone do? They're going to try poking at MATUMBAMAN.
Don't poke the barrel.
He's going to get mad. He tried to TP out.
Has fallen.
Oh my God. He's got the backup. The answer's in. Nisha jump towards the back lines. midone having the time out to get away. No Tail. He's getting taken down by Nisha. A lot of damage coming out from Topson and midone though. Nisha's in there. Underneath the curtains. Nisha. He's going to go down. Size him with the black hole though. The counterplay is there, but midone's off to the side. And midone's able to get the damage done. Him and Topson get another. They'll turn over out towards YapzOr. See if they can bring this down. midone's got to separate himself from the bear. Saksa getting low. midone punched up by YapzOr. midone trying to Shikuchi away. He managed to keep himself safe. There's been the setup here from the curse. OG, they've got the lockdown onto MATUMBAMAN. He's popping the BKB. He's trying to run, but the physical from Topson and midone. It's a lock. Topson kiting out the bear, waiting for the enrage to come to an end as they turn. They take down Puppey. They take down MATUMBAMAN as well. It's a triple kill for midone. OG having to use a couple of buybacks, but somehow, really against all the odds, they're holding themselves into this game somehow.
They took that fight really nicely, actually. Just maybe Matu being a little bit too eager, just standing up there, taking a bit too much damage. They have to relocate and reset themselves. So while that relocate happens, Nisha commits in, and then the black hole comes off to try to follow him. But the Ursa wasn't back yet. He was still getting relocated back. OG with the numbers, able to actually take the fight for the first time in this game. Fun.
I mean, the Ursa was back, and on OG's side, midone wasn't caught in the black hole, so he was able to still do a significant amount of damage onto Zai. As we see it here, out to the side. Sure, he locks them down, but midone's able to still go to work, and by the time the black hole's ended, Zai, he's straight up dead.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, midone, he did a great job kiting this fight. I just was watching him for the most part, just really getting in and out of it. They couldn't quite get him. Yeah, they couldn't stick on the targets. They did a great job of kiting out Matu. Now they finally get space on the map, move out, pick up some couple items that they desperately need in the game, and maybe some signs of hope for OG. Still a pretty tall mountain to climb for this game, but definitely some signs of life.
Absolutely. They need a few more of these, a fair few more of these. But they've already managed to shut a 27k deficit down to 17. So they're definitely turning it in the right direction for themselves. That's bottom lane. Nisha. Be fine it. Dodge that. Roll from Saksa.
He's still a very tough kill. You know, the only reason that Nisha did die is because he committed. He full committed with all of his remnants to get into that fight there. Usually he should be able to just swing himself out because he's got 33 armor. He's also level 25 too. He's got Elven Tunic. He's got all this evasion and stuff. So he is very tanky. Just did overcommit a little bit. See her hand a bit. Still in a very comfy spot. As Matu, they're gonna check out that Roche. It's gonna spawn. Kill it with looks to start committing. And can OG, I don't know if OG can actually swing over there. That does not look like a fun
They can't get her in time against an Ursa.
And Secret's actually expecting them to, though. Look at Matu. He hasn't started yet. He just keeps prepping the overpower for someone to show on this ward.
I mean, maybe he kind of wants them to come over, you know?
I think so. They use buyback. So if he sees Topson, he kills Topson. Like, or it's just game over, right? Yeah. There's no Clinkz then. So, yeah, really looking to scout. They're even sending the necro books around that ward to see if there's anyone invis kind of checking it out. Very patient here from Suk. And they're under ward vision, so they smoke, but it's under that vision of OG. OG is aware of it.
I mean, and for OG, do you want to take this fight around the pit?
Doesn't seem like a great place to fight versus BKB Black Hole. Seems like a really tough way to actually approach, and yeah, that rush is down, and now it's a refresher shard too. Will they give that to Nisha? Yeah, I like it for Nisha. Refresh all those fire remnants.
Step standing.
Might just give it to Zai anyway, but yeah.
They're going to try and make the move in onto MATUMBAMAN. Yule's here waiting some time in the enrage. Matu getting taken out for now by Puppey. Over to the side, Nisha having to step away from Topson and his skeleton army. And move over towards Nisha, chasing him down, forcing him to jump back yet again. A lot of damage onto the Ember. Matu waiting for the chance to get back in on this. And watches from the high ground.
Midone's starting to hurt. He's level 25, so he's got that extra Geminate too. And now he's got Scotty. So he is starting to hit them pretty hard. Matu waiting for an opportunity.
He's going to go for it.
Got the range.
Jumps in, gets the bash. He's got enough damage. The cold embrace will come out. Buying some safety hit for midone. The BKB's out on time. He's able to back up and immediately put a stop on the Winter's Gas, but it doesn't matter. The bash comes out. Onto midone. Midone will pop the buyback. There's Topson. He's got the physical damage to take down Zai. Step's still alive for now. Now the turnover towards Saksa. Step. He's getting low. Matu, can he quite finish him off? The cold embrace for Noto. Step safe, but now Step's still alive. There, the chain out to the side. A Step will live. The Chakram turn is able to burst him out. Does get caught by the shards. Zai goes down. Puppey tries to TP out, but Matu, he's been left in the front of this all. As they're able to pick him off as well. He's out for 100.
Under attack.
Oh my god, and now the Clinkz also hits level 25. A lot of buybacks again. OG, they did have to use 3 to just join back into the fight to protect themselves, but a pretty decent one is Matu. He's gone for 80 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the army of skeletons that Topson was able to lay down.
So much damage.
Fight, by the way. It really was. Like, Nisha had to cheese and reset and run away, which got the Ursa isolated. And now tower being brought down very quickly.
YapzOr trying to fend them off. 2 heroes down. Caution, and now at this stage, as we can see, a lot of buybacks being used over the past 5 minutes from OG to allow them to turn this. They're still in a risky position if they lose some of their cores.
OG's used every single hero's buyback. If they lose anybody, they're gone for a long time. Wyvern, sure, he's still dead, but they're gonna move.
They're getting a lot done with this guy.
Still dead.
They're getting a lot done.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And it's going to be 2 sets of racks here that OG's able to take away from Secret. YapzOr jumps in. Zai, he's in. He's over the center. He's found the black hole. He's managed to catch Topson. He's managed to catch Saksa. And they got the damage to bring down Topson. Saksa, Topson able to get the heal on Topson. He's still alive. As Nisha is desperately trying to chase him, but sets Nisha up with the ult. Stops him from being able to chase the Clinkz. As Topson, he's ready to turn. Sets up more skeletons. Midone starting to push back onto Nisha yet again. Nisha want to chase him outside the base. He doesn't. As
got the level 25 Clinkz, and did you see what item he purchased? He's got the Helm of Dominator too.
So what's the strat here?
You get yourself a huge creep with high HP and just eat it, and then you have this bonus from your level 25, so it's like this 50%, 150% bonus, 17% damage bonus too. Pretty huge. He's always gonna have the creep available to eat now. Somehow OG in these last few fights have been able to take it with these buybacks. But now, as we've mentioned, they have no buybacks available on absolutely anyone. So they have to be really careful in this next fight. They're really bringing it to Secret. Matu, he has to get protection. When he starts getting kited around, when he starts getting focused on by the Wyvern and Clinkz, he needs a little more help.
That's insane. Like, this Helm of the Dominator, that's an insane amount of health and damage.
Uh-huh. Does he have the creep ready? He does, right? Right next to him? Yeah. And there you go. 5k HP. Look at his damage on the Clinkz as well.
5k HP?
He's hitting well over 500 now.
Oh my goodness.
This might be enough for them to just kill the Enigma. Like, sure, you don't have a BKB canceler, but you just kill him inside of the black hole if Topson's not caught in it. This damage might be too overwhelming for Secret now at this point, as they're surrounding Puppey and Matu.
They're able to get in onto Puppey. Puppey! He pulls the ghost step to Matu, pulls the BKB, turns towards Saksa, but the curse is out, holding Puppey back. Matu, he's trying to finish off Saksa, but Saksa's going to be set. Cold embrace keeps him alive. They jump over the invisible arms towards Topson. Black hole is down, Zai. He brought down Topson, and they got the damage to kill the Clinkz. They're throwing everything onto him, but Topson, he's still alive. The Manifest is there. Topson held in the midnight pulse, though it's enough damage. Topson will fall. He'll buy back. Nisha and Puppey both low. They're looking for no-tail. Puppey's actually going to TP out of this mid one. He's getting back in, but actually not able to finish off Puppey. As Puppey with the ghost scepter TP gets out, not allowing opportunities for mid one to right-click him down. As Topson immediately using the buyback, he's going to be able to find himself a DD rune. And again, Matu is down for 70 seconds.
So much damage he took in the fight. Like, he's under midnight post black hole, and he stands his ground and survives throughout all of it, and still survives a little bit afterwards. Matu does go down. Still a good fight from Secret with that black hole coming in, but Jesus, this is a scary game.
Yeah.
Tops, look at his damage. He's doing 700. I don't even know, 800 damage right now. It's 700.
As I said, come on, maps.
I know. Hey, the quiver too. Come on. And the death DD.
Well, yeah, you know, that's advanced maps. Topson,
he gets his DD dispelled. The book. 25 seconds still. The full squad's back. No tail. He's got the ninja gear. He's keeping himself smoked up in the back so he can avoid those jumps from the
He's going right at the mid, forcing them back to the fountain. Topson, he's starting to try anything in the game. He's going for the tier 4. They got the Silas Hound and Nisha. Nisha. Yeah, but the Ursa is able to dodge the stun. At the same time, Saksa is able to make it back on the Zai. They'll turn over towards Saksa, though. Saksa's deep, and he'll pay for that.
They need Saksa. They have to back away without him. There's no way they can look for a fight without the Earth Spirit. Nice light dodge there coming out from Nisha again. As you see, he picked up a Lincoln Sphere, I believe, as his last item, and he did get a Spell Prism, so one of the fortunate items that he could have gotten.
The shuttle flies.
And looking at Zai, I think he's realizing, like, my god, Clinkz tanked a whole Midnight Pulse Black Hole. I need a second Midnight Pulse. He's almost got Ags.
I mean, that will do the job. That's going to be a solid counter to this sort of incredible 5k HP hero. that Topson can become.
Unless the black hole gets canceled, he has to be very careful. No-Tail has been in position a lot of these times to be able to do so, and he's had a hard game. Like No-Tail is 2-15. He is really just getting focus fired by Matu, and Matu does need to keep doing so as this game really go both ways now at this point.
Still in a bit of a shaky situation when it comes to the buybacks, of course. OG.
Yep. They did use Topsons in that last one. That's absolutely true. They do have a couple of those other ones coming back up, but Topsons really feels like it's by far the most important.
I mean, at this point as well, with the way that OG's being able to hold on, like, do OG need to play on the aggressive, or can they sort of play this waiting game against Secret?
It's so scary. Like if Topson literally just gets BKB, if he just dies to a black hole, the game is probably just over. So it's scary to make those type of plays without just straight vision of them. If they get vision of them, perhaps they could look for a smoke play, but they only have these two wards bottom. At least it sees the Ursa, but Secret's not playing around that one, so it's a risk. If they want to make that play, you know, you got to accept the fact that it's high risk, high reward. And with no buyback still for a very long time, 4 minutes. They're getting aggressive though. They're looking to play around that vision at the moment.
Just fine time here. Buybacks to be in a bit more of a comfortable spot. This mid one's going to have his back in 10.
I think Secret was also trying to farm their buybacks. They didn't have the gold on Matu or on Nisha for the last few times because they were just, you know, level 27, level 28. These buybacks are expensive. They've committed most of their gold. Now they have it ready. So now they will have an extra force ring to the team fights as well. As we see the Helm of Dominator Ancient running down mid.
Will die here though. The last of the dinosaurs. Now there's Matu. He's onto mid one. Mid one, he's been chained. Look at the cold embrace. Winter's curse knocks down Matu's side. He's getting in position for the black hole. He's going to be able to drop it. He's going to be able to find three of them. He's locked down mid one. He's going to go down. He buys back straight away. Get back in on the action though. Over to the side. Nisha being locked down. They've lost tack to the moving on to Topson. The cold embrace buys some safety, but Matu's just able to build up the swipes. Topson caught straight in front of the bear as he goes down for good. Dead for 2 minutes. Secret roll over towards No-Tail. As this is the sort of fight that really puts OG back in the position they were finding themselves very early this game. Mid one and Saksa, can they find any sort of pick-off really to break apart this potential push from Secret?
They have to cause some type of havoc here because it's 100 seconds with no Clinkz. Secret, they scout out the Roche. It's not up. It's about up in 40, but they're going to look to run down in lane right now. It's 40 seconds before their Enigma does spawn, but he's hard in that fight. He gets the black hole onto the 3. They don't have the cancel. They do kill him pretty quickly, but it does enough of the control. It gets mid one taken out and Seb. And then Topson's just alone. Sure, he's got his little army of his skeletons, but versus these 3, he's got no hope. Secret walking up onto the high ground. Big gold injection too. Matu now 6k gold. And they know Topson's not back for a
long time.
Like it's the whole duration.
Mid one. They're going to try and turn. It's a YapzOr, but Nisha's coming in. Chains on mid one. Mid one still happy to hold his ground.
They can secure megas. They still have 50 seconds without the Clinkz. Side's respawning as well. Does he have bots at the moment? He does not. So he can't actually go back to join his team.
They're a little scared.
Back away.
They don't want to try and commit for the megas. No, they're playing it safe.
Yeah, the Roche, they have their couriers in Roche, so they're going to go pick up an Aegis, a Cheese, Refresher Shard, and an Ags. Sweet.
Yeah.
Matu might look to pick up himself his Shard too. Then he gets like a free Ags and a Shard. Just hold the ground even more so. Because he is full slotted, so.
He's easily got the money to do so as well.
Nisha also getting another form of control. I was waiting till he did upgrade it. He's gone for the Gleipnir. Very effective this game versus those mobile heroes. Timber, Weaver, Clinkz, Earth Spirit. Super late pickup, but it will prove to be pretty effective. Versus no BKBs. They only have like Mantas and Wise to prevent any of those roots. And yeah, Ags on Ursa. Who else got what?
Aegis on
Ursa on
Ursa.
Enigma. Cheese probably where? Oh, where is the cheese? Am I blind?
Go!
Yeah, it's on Nisha.
Nisha.
Okay, Nisha's got that.
And sweet.
Oh, so am I blind? What's going on? A DD? Ooh, DD spawn stop.
Oh, there we go. We go.
Got it.
36,000 gold lead now. 63 to 26.
And somehow OG are still holding on. I mean, last time round it was a 27k lead, and we saw OG being able to push it back down to about
Double damage empowers me.
nearly sort of half that. Now the challenge has definitely been up to another level.
Yes.
Now
They haven't
36k.
really picked up. They haven't really picked up any other items either, really. Like, Topson has 4k, but they've had to keep using these buybacks constantly to come back into the fights to have a chance in them, so they haven't really picked up much of them.
Over Zeb. Zeb getting a lot of stats here built up upon him. The Winter's Curse. Lockdown Matu give chance for Zeb to try and get out of him. And Nisha's onto the back lines. He's in onto No-Tail. No-Tail pops the Glimmer to try and keep himself safe. Zeb and No-Tail both rather low. The DD's been popped by Nisha here. And over to the side. He's got the black hole. Saksa's rolled straight into it. He drops the black hole, takes down the two of them as he locks down both midone and Saksa. They're both out of the game for 2 minutes. And now they move over to catch Topson as well. As Topson, he'll try his best to run, but they've got the catch with the chains, the bash. Topson's down. He does have buyback, so does No-Tail, but this time it's going to be 100 seconds without midone and 80 without Saksa.
And midone, the play that he goes there with Saksa, they try to take Zai out of the equation, just kill him before anything. But he just turns, he just midnight pulls black holes the two of them, and they actually just die for the attempt, pushing him away. And now he did pop the refresher shard immediately. He's got another black hole ready.
He has. I mean,
and
pretty
it's just the Timber and the Clinkz.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna hold either one of them.
Tower is under
Yeah, one of those would definitely end the game here. If it's not going to end already. The Secret with 44k lead. Ready to claim the Megas.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
See what OG's got left for themselves here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
They gotta just watch.
Dire's
Just wait till they have the Wyvern up before you do get caught. So at least you have a way to prevent one of the black holes a little bit.
Zai popping the midnight pulse down. He knows the Saksa tried to reclaim the gem. As they're moving in on to Zeb. Zeb, he's in trouble. He needs help, and he needs it now. Cold Embrace helps him for a little bit of a moment. Curse will look down for the cyber sides here. Black holes down onto Topson and onto No-Tail. As that should be enough to win the game. There'll be a buyback coming out from No-Tail. And lowest off by a little time. No-Tail jumps in, Cold Embraces himself. He's got nothing else to offer here. As Matu moves over to the Wyvern. GG is called. As Secret will finally be able to close out this game through a quite a lead here. 53k gold advantage at the end of it all. As OG, they certainly fought well whilst behind, but just not enough to shake Secret off their road to glory here in this third game.
No, they fell apart way too much in mid-game. I'm very impressed how they took those later fights, though, being at this huge deficit. I think Secret may be getting a little too overzealous.